One of the really cool things is when my wife actually sees things when she's surfing around online, she's like, hey, I think this would help you in what you do with YouTube. I think it would make your job easier. And one of the things that she has seen recently is this guy right here. This is the FOPO 15-inch laptop monitor extender, and what it's designed to do is give you 3 monitors that basically hooks right to your laptop display. Now, I've got 2 massive monitors sitting right here. I've got a 32-inch Samsung, which I have reviewed. Check that out right about there. I've also got the InnoView 27-inch that you can also check out, that review right up there. And these are great for when I'm working here from home. But if I'm out and about, if I'm trying to do something over my lunch or something, not the most portable. That's where the FOPO S17 portable monitor comes in. Now, this is an IPS panel, 1080p HDMI input, 15-inch displays, and it again will give you 3 total monitors for you to go ahead to work on. Your primary one on the laptop itself, along with the 2 on either side. So let's go ahead, let's take a look at this. Let's see if it does deliver as advertised, and let's see how well it works. Now, for those who are unaware, yes, I know that I could go with a desktop and it'd be more powerful, blah, blah, blah. I use a laptop because I edit on the go a lot. I edit over my lunch hour for here on YouTube. For something like this actually really promises to be something that allows me to be more efficient while I am working on the road. So let's go ahead and take a look at how this works with our Republic of Gamers laptop. So giving you a little bit of a wider shot here just because of the size that we have in here now. Taking this out of the box, I wasn't expecting this, but very nice transport case that this monitor set did come with. I'm going to open this up real quick here. And it does have some padding to it, which is nice to see. Yeah, this will work quite nicely. I like that. And here we have the portable monitor. I call it a portable monitor set because there is more than one. And again, taking a look at the back here, HDMI input, 1080p IPS panel, 15-inch triple monitor, has passed your FCC guidelines and whatnot. Does have a warning label, seal. If seal is broken, please email them. So let's take a look here. I have now broken the seal. Chicken wow. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to flip it that way because I have a feeling they're going to come out this way. Oh! So check this out. Check your compatibility with laptops. Must be within 12.8 to 17.7 inch. That's the height. If not, you can email them to return with no fee. That's awesome. Some laptop models do not work with this monitor. Check the user manual list first. If not compatible, email them for help. For successful connection, follow the way. This is the way. Each screen has a separate part and does not contain a battery inside. Firstly, find the USB-C power-only port, not video-C video port, and use Type-C to Type-A cable to connect it with the power adapter included to provide enough power, 10 watts, 5 volt, 2 amp or above. Let's see, the same as to power the other screen. Secondly, when the screen is powered, check the ports on your laptop. For full function C port or Thunderbolt 3.4 or HDMI port, you can use the right cable. Basically just walks you through everything on here. Also has a quick start cheat sheet here as far as what the different buttons will do. So this is just a really dense foam pad here. And trust me, I'm an expert on dense things. This is nice to see here too. Well, actually, first of all, your kind of another quick start guide here does come with screen protectors. That's nice. I don't use them myself, but that's nice to see. So these are the 2 monitors here, which we'll set aside. Oh, wow. Holy cables, Batman. So we have C to C, C to C, A to C. Looks like your power supply. We have a lens wiper, a monitor wipe. HDMI to HDMI mini. That's what that, yep. Actually, mini HDMI video cable. It says it right on it. This is USB-C to A for power only. This has mini HDMI, cable tie, and your user guide. So what I want to see here is how to actually go ahead and attach it. How are they recommending? Please note, handle the triple monitor with care and do not press the screens to avoid damage. That makes sense. Set up, unpack it, open the 2 screens, place the bracket at the back of the laptop screen, install it well with the bracket clamping the screen, lift up on the stand. Oh, looks like if you see here, there's a little kickstand to help provide additional support. I didn't think of that, but that's important to have. walks you through connecting to the laptop and connection methods. So this is Type-C, and this is Type-C, or 2 Type-C or Thunderbolts. Let's see. One fully function Type-C and an HDMI connection. I think that's how I may have to do it. Extra adapter needed for, it looks like, Y cables. Display configurations. All right. So we're going to start with the A to C for power. Here's our power brick. And we're going to cross our fingers that we get to use the C to C. See? Actually, you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to use A to C on... Well, that says power cable only. That says power cable only. Interesting. Okay, we'll try C to C then. All right, so let's start off by just sliding it into position here. Or trying to, at least. One of the first times I think I found something that's too large for my photo booth. All right, so there we have that and that. Okay, so there we have the mount and everything in place. So now on here, on this machine, I've got 2 USB-Cs on that side and then a USB-A on this side. So let's get that wired up. It's long enough, but barely. I do kind of wish that they included one shorter and one longer cable for situations like this, where I've got one side is much closer than the other. All right, so those guys are in. Now, one thing I'm really interested in, too, is if I just need to provide power for one or both. And it looks like this is just a single, so one, I would take it. All right, so now what we're going to do, we're going to plug this in, we're going to power it up, and we're going to take this out of the light box so you can actually see the disgusting nature that is my desk. But we're going to test this out. So everything is hooked up and working here, and I was only needing to put a power supply onto that one. I've got power across all the others. We'll go ahead and get logged into Windows. Now, one of the things out of the gate is that it's set up to, as you can see, it's the same thing from that screen to that screen. So we need to go into our display settings, and we need to extend desktop on 1 and 3. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, and we are going to keep those changes. And I want number 1 to be my main display. That's this here. So that way what I can do is I will just open this here, and we're going to go just into one of my templates that I use here. I'm liking this a lot more than I thought I would. So what I can do with this is one of my templates I use when I'm making YouTube shorts. I can put that over on this display, even though it's a little bit smaller. That's interesting. So that display is smaller, but it's reading it here. We need to change another setting on here. Change the resolution. Let's go to number 3. Right now HDR is off. Can it utilize HDR? Looks like it can. Although I'm not sure that I liked the way that it looked here. I turned HDR off. I prefer HDR off. And scale, we are going to do 100% scale on there. Display resolution, it is set to 1920 by 1080, so that's good there. 60 hertz is the default on there, so there's that. So let's see now what we get. That's what we wanted. Okay, so beautiful. I can go ahead and I can put that there. We're ready to rock and roll. Now let's say I want to go in and have my working files. I can have my working files here. And then on the right screen, or I'm sorry, left screen, that's right, that's left, I can go ahead and have Photoshop open. So here's my main screen for actually going ahead and making, my edits and whatnot. This can have my files that I'm working on. And then on this screen, I can have Photoshop open. And again, I need to do the same thing where I'm going to go back. We're going to go display 2. And then we are going to scale to 100%. There you can see how it changed everything on here. Just fine. Good with that. And we're going to turn up the brightness, though. Oh, that's just the built-in display. So let's see if we can adjust that on the fly here. Yep, and this is... I'll get you a closer look here. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to record this... Or no, it wouldn't capture that way. Let's give you a closer look here. So all these settings are going to be accessible through the buttons on the side, so you can control brightness, black level, contrast, sharpness. So I want to turn the brightness up. There, that's down. Weird, those buttons are reversed, but I like it being brighter. I like a sharp display. Black levels look a little bit soft to me, so we'll crank those up a bit. Contrast looks okay. Zip out of there. So eco is standard. We're gonna turn eco off. I'm not digging that. So you can change the blue light mode if you want. Change the source, type C. And then I'm not going to change this here because I don't want to screw it up. HDR mode, you can turn that on or off. I'm going to leave that off. Reset. On-screen display and transparency. Color temp user. That's warm. That's cool. User. And then eco is standard, DCR, and aspect ratio. So game, movie, text. Here's wide aspect ratio. And there's how it does 4:3. We're going to keep it wide. And then back here. Now I'm going to make similar changes to the other display. And yeah, I'm liking this. Let's wrap things up. So in the end, what do I think of the FOPO 15-inch portable extended monitor setup for laptops? I'm really digging this. And for me, this is something that ever since I've gone to multiple monitors about 10 years ago, I can't go back because I need to have working files on one screen. I need to have, whatever software I'm in on another, and then like a file explorer in another. It's just the way that I streamline my working process. I will say that this was able to be powered straight from my laptop. I did not need to use the built-in power supply or the included power supply to go ahead and get this working on my Republic of Gamers laptop. Now, that's USB-C to C to C to C. C. It is only full HD, so 1080p, and it's okay for that. They do indicate that like you can use it for other sources like an Xbox or a Switch. I don't know that you would utilize it for that unless you would have, one screen hooked up to your laptop for dual screens there and another screen hooked up to your Switch so that you can go ahead and play while you're supposed to be working. I was not expecting the included little carry case here, and I'm glad that it came with it. Handles would be nice, kind of like a laptop bag, I will say that. I would like a little bit larger area so you could put the cables or have some kind of cable organization in there. That would be nice too. Above and beyond that, it's not exactly cheap. I mean, you're looking $560 on sale right now for twin 15-inch displays. Now, one thing too, looking at the back, I like the kickstand a lot. That takes a lot of stress and wear and tear off of the hinge on my laptop. I have no concerns there. I do wish there was two of them, one on each side, so that there was one also over here to provide additional support, or even something more centered on each of the displays would have been nice. I also wish there was a way to lock this centerpiece into position when I've got everything situated. That's something that I would really appreciate too. But it's one of those. It is a 15-inch full screen monitor. Will connect via HDMI, will connect via USB Type-C, and it does go ahead and it just works. I mean, that's the lovely thing about it is it just works. There are other ones out here, as they're pointing out, that are only 12-inch displays. This is a full 15, so you do get a nice large display there. Here's where they're talking about the fact that you can use it for gaming too. Yeah, I've always found these to have a little bit too high of a latency to really be good gaming monitors. But you could if you wanted to. It'll work with most laptops out there, but not the MacBook M1 or M2. Will not work with the Microsoft Surface series. Will not work with Chromebook. So that's important to note. And they have a whole lot of other information as far as compatibility that they share here too. Now, it's one of those that I do wish it was less expensive, because all this really is twin 15-inch portable monitors that you can get for around $150 with a fancy case to put them together. I'd like something a little bit more, better display, better quality, better frame rate, something like that, or a lower cost. That would be nice. But for what it is, I'm going to be using these on the regular basis, and I may even convert my wife to using dual monitors as well. Now, if you want to pick one of these up, I will have a link to the Amazon storefront that you see right here, where you can go ahead and pick a set of these up exactly as you see them here. Now, it's one of those things, it is an affiliate link, so if you do order through that, it does help support the channel, so I would appreciate if you would do that. If you are also looking to get some more information on other possible portable monitors that you can use when you're on the go, that you can use with an Xbox, with your Switch, with the PlayStation 5 and more, I will have those linked for you in a playlist right here where you can go ahead and learn more about all of those.